Hello, I'm FBX and welcome back to the video. Today we're talking about mini-games in Minecraft. The reason this comes up is of course because of the big announcement yesterday that Minecraft console will have mini-games built directly into the game. This raises a whole bunch of interesting questions, like exactly how will mini-games work, which mini-games will they pick, and when will they come out? And I'll be answering a lot of these questions with tomorrow's video, so please do stay tuned for that. But also I wanted to kind of talk about mini-games that you don't need this mini-game function to play. You might think, oh, so I'm really looking forward to this mini-game, so I'll just wait till it comes out to play it. But the truth is, you can actually play a bunch of mini-games really easily with friends if you're just willing to spend 10-15 minutes setting up a map. And today I want to kind of highlight that fact by showing you 4 really easy minigames that you can set up and have fun and play with if you're kind of looking to, mix up your Minecraft experience like I know a lot of people are this time of year. So yeah, hopefully you all do enjoy today's video. If you do, like the video and let me know because it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you do like the minigame talk. And with that said, let's get straight into it really, shall we? So let's start by just mentioning that all of these things are, maps that I built with a strict time limit of 15 minutes in creative, so maybe like half an hour in survival. But the thing is, they're all ones that you can take to a much bigger degree. These are all really, really basic map concepts to show off the idea, but if you want to spend hours and hours and hours and you want to make making the map part of the enjoyment, that's something that I would entirely recommend too. But again, for today's video, I did want to kind of keep each map a relatively short idea just as a proof of concept, and that's why today's first one is going to be Spleef. So Spleef is a really simple concept you've probably all heard of. Just in case you haven't though, it's a classic Minecraft game mode in which you try and, break the ground underneath each other's feet and then try and make the other people fall into lava. So yeah, this seems like it's a really easy thing to do because just don't stand on glass that someone's breaking. But the thing is, as the game goes on, so when you break your first bit of glass, they're going to move. When you break your second bit of glass, they're going to move. The kind of challenge in this game is that one, you've got to try and stay on the move constantly, so your feet can't be broken, but you've also got to try and break other people's things at the same time. So you're usually going to be running around like this to break glass, which is really, really tricky and stuff. And basically, yeah, the idea is to try and trick people into being falling down. So, you see where they're about to run, you break there, and then they fall straight into it, and oh, they're on the next layer. And as you can see, if you just do like multiple layers like this, you can make a really fun game for 2, 4, or even 8 players if you really want to, although that gets kind of questionable. And the reason I'm using glass for this particular variant is because it's the easiest one that requires no tools. However, if you want to make it even, faster and crazier, you can give people efficiency 5 pickaxes and make it netherrack, or you can do something like, shovels and snowballs and stuff. There's a whole bunch of different suggestions, but I think personally that glass is the best kind of solution because again, you don't need to have any tools. It takes, I think it's like a 10th of a second, so it's actually pretty fast, and it's basically just a fun way to make the game really interesting. And obviously the way you win or lose Spleef is the last person, or the only person not to fall in lava, because once you fall in lava you're dead, is the person that wins the game. So yeah, it's a really, really cool idea. It's really simple to make, and it's, it's one you can make in survival. I know me and my friends made it in survival within the first month of Minecraft, but you can have quite a bit of fun with it, and it's something I recommend if you've never played it, especially for survival players, because, staining glass is something that is nice to make it look like this, but you don't even need stained glass. It's something you can do really easily, really fun, and something I totally recommend. So in case Spleef isn't your thing, because it is really basic, as much as I do like Spleef on the kind of idea of it, there is some kind of basicness to it where it's almost a little bit of luck. In case that's not your thing, you want something more tactical and teamwork based, we're going to move on to our second game mode here, which is Capture the Flag. So Capture the Flag is a really interesting game mode because of the fact that, it requires teamwork. In this case, it's 2v2, as you can see. These are 2 people spawns, the 2 people spawns right over there, and this is a really small version of the map. Again, trying to keep each one really, really relatively short to actually make. And yeah, this particular map of Capture the Flag uses wool for thing, and basically the idea is to run to the other person's base, take their wool, and then, let's just take it with us. Take their wool, then somehow survive with it, and then run all the way back to spawn and put it back on your thing while your flag is still there. You win the game if you have both flags at the same time, or both pieces of wool, like this, and boom, look, that's winning. But it seems like it's really easy, and in this map where it's literally a 10-second walk, it might seem easy, but the thing about this one is, you want to have like borders to make sure people actually go on the thing, is there is only 2 routes to get from one side to the other, but yet every time you die, you will respawn here within just a few seconds, so it means that you do have to kill them really, really close to their flag, then take their flag, and then run away and somehow get along with it, and it means that you can get some really long, intense games this way. You sometimes do get stalemates, but you also get some really cool tactical moments. So let's say, you're playing this 2v2 map, you might both want to just hide on top of here, wait till they're there, ambush them, and then slowly push them back through the map by jumping across here, ambush them again, and then you can take their flag. Because that, there's a lot of strategy when it comes to team games in this particular thing, and when it comes to, multi-lane maps, which is the basic idea here, like if there's one inside lane and there's one thing up there, then you can do some rather interesting stuff involving some teamwork. And since teamwork is something that, doesn't really come up too much in regular Minecraft, it's something you might find an interesting change of pace. But in case you're like, yeah, I don't really like teamwork, I don't want to work with other people, I entirely understand your thing. But what you might want to do instead is something like the walls. So the walls is typically played as a 1v1v1v1, so, you know, four-person free-for-all game mode, and it's one of the oldest game modes that has existed in Minecraft PC. Like, it's almost as far back as the Hunger Games, as far as I'm aware. And basically the idea behind the walls is that you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or even less. You can make it 2 minutes if you want to, where you basically have your own little area to just survive in, to do stuff, to go caving, to get all the stuff you want to, and then after that amount of time, the wall goes down. So this is the most basic version of the wall I could make, and obviously, if you want to make a really fancy version, you can. I've seen some really cool wall stuff, and obviously you will too. But yeah, basically the idea here is you press the lever twice, or you can either set up on timer, and then after that, the big wall between you goes down. So where previously we were entirely separated, because you can't break the sand, or you're not meant to at the very least, and even if you did, it takes a long time to get through. After you press the lever a couple times, or after the timer goes up, then suddenly you can attack each other, and it's kind of like a, you know, game of 5 minutes of prep, and then, you know, 5 minutes of attacking. And what you can even do instead is you can have some center chests here that you both want to go for. There's a bunch of cool stuff that kind of makes it like, you know, it's kind of like battle mode, but with a bit more of a survival twist, or, you know, Hunger Games, I should say. And it's something that a lot of people do quite enjoy as an alternative to that. And like I said, there's quite a few crazy maps out there, but if you want to make your own, it is quite the fun concept. So yeah, this is The Walls, a really simple one that you can play 1v1, you can play 2v2, you can play 4v4, or you can play with 4 separate teams. There's a whole bunch of different options. So let's move finally onto my favorite of these ones that you can probably guess. You might have seen it in the background, in fact, over here, because basically my final one here is actually going to be Skywars. So let's fly up here and let's show you why Skywars is my thing, and not really just explain it, I guess, because the thing about Skywars is it's such a basic game mode to actually craft. Admittedly, it always seems like it's so much, because you have to go all the way up in the sky, then you have to make islands, and making islands is weird. But the thing is, I actually use very basic design for islands. I usually go for like a square, a triangle, something like that, a really basic shape you can make. In this case, you can see we've got kind of like, is this like, I don't know what shape you'd call this, like a star shape, and then we've got like a square. As simple as that, we made a Skywars map, and as long as you have some complexity, some balance of like, oh, well, your island has, you know, iron in it, and then the center one has diamonds, or you make the center chest really, really good, but you then make it really, really easy to knock off, and people don't give buckets. As long as you have this kind of interesting dynamic where everyone starts with a bow and no one can get to the center, you make a really fun challenge of like, do you go in? Do you, you have to work out exactly when to, or do you try and stay in your island and do some stuff there? It's again, Skywars is such a, you know, interesting game. It is, you know, usually dominated by people who rush into the center, but then it makes the center a really fun battleground, because if 2 people get there at the same time, then they've got to try and battle each other out while watching out people that will knock them off if they try and run away. And like I said, the kind of free-for-all aspect of Skywars, the fact that if you fall down, you're dead, which is a key part of Skywars, and the fact that it's just very different to regular Minecraft makes it one of my favorite game modes. It's the reason I've played it so often on streams, and it really is, I'd say it's my favorite example of a console mini game you can just play with friends and you can have a lot of fun with. If it was easier to get into games, if I had friends that would constantly connect, I would play game after game after game of Skywars, and that's why, you know, I hope at the very least that Skywars is one of the game modes they'll consider in the future for the minigame system to make things easier. But in the meantime, if you want to play Skywars, you can make a map themed around trees, or you can make a map themed around Netherrack, or you can do anything you want with it. There's so many different inspirations to it, and this goes for everything. Like, if you want to, you can turn the walls into like this crazy Nether theme map. If you want to, you can make any map into the Capture the Flag map. You can take one of the mashup packs and make it there, and that's the cool thing about every single one of these things. It's the actual creation of the map is a really creative thing itself, and that's why I think it's a great thing to do if you're kind of in that moment where you're like, you know what, I'm not necessarily bored, but I want to find something more fun to do in Minecraft. I recommend making a map to play with friends. If you don't have friends already, you can find a lot on either the Minecraft subreddit, on either the Minecraft forum, or just in the YouTube comments, ask people to, like, be a friend and stuff, and you might just find someone that way. And with that said, I think that's a nice ending point for today's video. If you're looking for something more fun to have in Minecraft, I always recommend trying to, turn it into a minigame thing. That's what I did for the longest time. One of my most popular series back in the day was when I just made a Hunger Games map because I wanted to make one, and I think that's something that you might want to do yourself if you're just like, yeah, I wanna have some fun. Make yourself a map and invite some friends of yours. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. Like if you did like it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos just like this one every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. By the way, for the record, this is my pumpkin house. It's the most bizarre house. It actually works better as an arena, in my opinion. And besides that, I really do like this as a map more than I do as a house. But yeah, besides that, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.